City police are still trying to figure out what led to the incident and how it happened, and more importantly, why. Officers were dispatched to McCarthy Manor yesterday around noon for a status check and found 60-year-old Sarah Brantley dead. And after collecting evidence, they quickly learned who the suspect was and were able to locate her son, 22-year-old Jamar Brown, just a few blocks away on East Genesee near Walnut Avenue. Again, police say they're still trying to figure out what may have motivated Brown to take the life of his own mother and whether he had a violent or criminal past.
This occurred at 12:30.
Now, if you know anything, the number to call is 442-5222. And Brown faces charges of second-degree murder and criminal weapons possession. A legal blow tonight to New York State's attendance restrictions at houses of worship to curb the spread of COVID-19. A federal appeals court just ruled that Governor Cuomo's order discriminates against religion. This ruling does not mean that houses of worship shouldn't and can't have caps on attendance. Rather, it means that they can't have more severe restrictions than secular gatherings do at places like businesses. New tonight, an Orange County mom is now thanking the community for help after she lost everything in a house fire just 2 days before Christmas. Hilda Cotton and her 4 children were left homeless last Wednesday after a fire ripped through their Middletown home. Right now on News 12, new details surrounding the coronavirus variant here in the United States. Plus, rallying to reopen, restaurant owners in Westchester's only orange zone making their voices heard. And check your bank account, a second round of stimulus payments now on the way to millions of Americans. Hello everyone, I'm Beth Cefalu in for Scott McGee. We first begin this afternoon in Port Chester, where restaurant owners are rallying to reopen indoor dining. Port Chester is still the only community in Westchester under the orange zone. So this morning, dozens marched and chanted, protesting that indoor dining does not contribute to rising infection rates. The group believes it's unfair that neighboring towns like Rye, under the same zip code but in the yellow zone, are allowed to be open while they are not.
Appointed to serve as interim director of the Central New York SPCA.
This comes after former director Paul Morgan and another unnamed employee have been fired amid an embezzlement investigation. The decision to appoint Pura was announced last night. A press conference will be held today at 10:30 at the shelter to discuss the status of the agency.
Also this morning in an Onondaga County courtroom, a hearing for Ryan Lawrence, the Syracuse man charged with murder and the death of his 21-month-old daughter Maddox last winter.
Today, Judge Anthony Alloy is expected to issue a decision on whether statements Lawrence made to police can be used at his trial. At a hearing last month, Lawrence admitted that he confessed to killing his daughter. Lawrence's trial is scheduled to begin in October. On the business report tonight, the Federal Aviation Administration announcing new rules for drones and their operators. For the first time, the FAA is letting small drones fly over people and at night without a waiver. The drones must have anti-collision lights and other technology to help remotely identify the drones and their operations. Small drones can also fly over moving vehicles under certain conditions. The new rules go into effect in about 2 months. An American Airlines memo telling its previously furloughed pilots the newly passed stimulus will get them paid. It says only about 60 of the more than 1,200 pilots it furloughed will return to flying in the near future, and those aren't expected to resume flying until March. The new $900 billion stimulus gives airlines and contractors $16 billion for worker payroll support and bans any new furloughs until March 31st. The Trump administration appealing a court order blocking new restrictions on TikTok. The appeal challenges a preliminary injunction filed on December 7th. It prevented the U.S. Department of Commerce from enforcing rules that would have made it illegal for companies to carry TikTok's network traffic. President Trump accused the short-form video app of posing a national security risk due to its ties to the Chinese government. Casino resorts on the Las Vegas Strip shrinking operations in response to the pandemic. The latest is the Mirage, which started midweek closures of its hotel after Thanksgiving. Now, it's expanding the closure to include its casino, restaurants, and other attractions.
6:34 now. Looks like more airline passengers are a little more satisfied with their travels now, according to a new report from the Department of Transportation. Airline complaints are down 12% this year.
That includes complaints about things like delays, cancellations, and customer service. Some categories did see an increase. More customers felt discriminated against because of their race, religion, nationality, or disability. So what are the most criticized airlines? Well, American Airlines and United, they average more than 2.4 complaints for every 100,000 passengers. And the least? ExpressJet and Southwest. They had less than one complaint for every 200,000 customers.
A backlash there after firefighters were ordered to remove American flags from 3 of their trucks.
Now, members from the Board of Fire Commissioners ordered the removal. That caused a stir in social media, with many criticizing the decision. Residents even started an online petition. But Fire District Chairman James Beretta says it wasn't a political decision. The flags were a safety hazard.
Safety concerns for our members, for our firefighters getting on and off the rigs. I mean, they are going out to emergency situations. They need to get, upstairs. There's rails, there's compartments, that sort of thing.
The fire chief and board chairman are expected to meet this afternoon to find a resolution. Welcome back. Right now on News 12, the FBI conducting extra background checks on the 25,000 National Guard troops who will guard the U.S. Capitol during Wednesday's inauguration.
Yeah, this comes amid concern about a possible inside attack stemming from the same people expected to protect the event.
So far, officials say there's no concern, but it's the latest increase to security, which includes closing the National Mall, putting up fences, and placing barricades to keep people out.
And here at home, people feel confident that everything will remain peaceful.
I think the police departments here are really good. I think I don't see them pulling anything here.
10,000 New York National Guard members are among the troops in D.C. keeping the peace this week. With state capitals a potential target, Albany is on alert. Barriers are out blocking entrances, and state troopers are present on the ground. State police say there are no specific threats to New York's capital, and police here in the Hudson Valley also ready to respond to any potential conflicts.